So comfortable seated position. So if chair is your option this morning, or you might like to mix it up, finding that front part of the chair where our pelvis can tip forward, clip lock in place, always having the clip lock in place. So it's like the pubic bone is coming up to clip into your sternum to keep our core activated, okay? So seated, we're forward, feet are about hip width apart, switched on. If we're on the floor, coming comfortably, whether you'd like to sit on some cushions, legs out, legs together, whatever's the best option for you. Same thing, pelvis comes forward. And let's just settle in just briefly for a moment. So noticing the contact of the surface, whether you're sitting on the chair, or on the floor, or on cushions. The invitation to close your eyes down is there if you like, or perhaps just keeping the eyes open, whatever feels right for you. And noticing just any sensations in the body, any tension. Feeling the breath. And stating mentally in your head, if you'd like to, life loves me. Life loves me. And perhaps using that as your intention this morning. Let's just feel into your intention. What's brought you to practice this morning? How would you like to feel during and as a result of your practice this morning? I'm doing the best that I can in this moment. I am gentle with myself. I am aware, I am awake. And just setting the intention to the side. And we'll notice the intention coming up later in the practice, and it may even change somewhat, and that's okay. So let's take our hands by our side, breathing in, reaching our arms up, breathing out, bending our elbows and drawing our fists. Okay, so firstly, let's get our breath flowing. So with the breathing this morning, especially with the core activation themed class, clip locks in place, the inhalation, so just pausing for a minute just to explain this. As we breathe in, our belly will expand. I want the lower part of your pelvic floor, your stomach, your hips, you'll feel it just spreading out and forward. And then as we breathe in, imagine squeezing up to probably your belly button. Imagine skinny pair of jeans, and that's breathing out. So as we breathe in and breathing out. So I know I keep harping on about that, but that's the breathing that we'll try and sustain throughout our practice this morning. So breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. So we're switched on as we're lifting up and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. So follow your inhalation all the way till its completion. And perhaps noticing any little pauses at the end of that inhalation, or perhaps at the exhalation. Now let's take the arms out in front now and round our spine as if we were doing our cat pose, and then bringing the hands in, lifting the chest, elbows coming back, chest lifting for our cow. Breathing in and rounding, chin coming down and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. So we can still attempt our breathing with our lower abdomen, pelvic floor. On the exhalation, squeezing up. Let's do 2 more. Arms coming out. This time, let's touch our palms. Bring our palms in towards each other. Keep flowing around to the right. Breathing in, hands coming out. A little rounding of the spine, touching the palms, pressure in the palms, slowly coming to the left. So breathing in, doing this in your own rhythm. Breathing in, so the expansion of the belly outwards, and then as we twist, imagine the jeans, the zipper on the jeans. Gently. Let's do 2 more on each side. So right, left, right, left. So feeling that spine rounding, pressure in the palms, really lifting the chest. Shoulders coming back and down. And then I'll invite you to a little flow wiggle. So however a flow wiggle might look for you, you can close your eyes, just a little movement with the arms, with the neck, with the spine, just a little flow. Moving side to side, perhaps lifting the arms. And exploring all of the side, body, maybe twisting, just a little wiggle and a flow. However that might feel for you. Don't worry about what it looks like. Closing your eyes. And coming now into a lunge position with the right leg forward. So those choosing on the chair this morning, we can come, stay at the front, to the side, the right leg is in front, and resting up onto the ball of that back left leg. Now, we can do so much here to keep switched on. So firstly, that right foot, okay, we've got our right leg, right knee is over the ankle. We can draw that right heel back. Imagining we've just stuck a piece of glue on that right heel and we're drawing it back. That activates the quadricep already. That activates the pelvic floor already. Just do your best to keep that hip in alignment so it's coming straight back behind you, not out to the side. So I'm up on the ball of that back foot. My hips are square. I'm drawing that right heel back. My toes are spread. So even that, if you were just to stay there, that's quite activating. For the pelvic floor, you can do your breathing here. So that's the chair option. And for anyone choosing to come to the floor this morning, so this is what we're doing. We'll be doing the same arm positions that we just went through there while we're here in our lunge. So those on the floor, that heel, that right heel can draw back. That activates the quadricep. Let's think about our breathing. Make the sound if that helps. Clip lock is in place. We're not doing our gymnastics finale. We're lengthened, but we're steady. So all of our rectus abdominis, our transverse, our obliques, everything's switched on here. Okay. So starting off, breathing in how we did before and breathing out. So we're doing the fists up first. Sorry, the fists down. Drawing up. Breathing in, lifting the chest. Reaching up. And then flowing now into our cat-cow. So the arms flowing out. Draw the belly in a little more. Lowering the chin, so the chin over the scarf. And drawing the fists in as if you were pulling on a pole. Breathing in. Rounding the spine. Clip lock in place, breathing. And really get fluid here. Imagining that you're a nice flowing wave maybe. Let's do 2 more. Rounding into our cat. And then our cow. And then our last pose. So bringing the arms up, hands into prayer position and looking towards the right. Breathing in, following the breath to its completion, and breathing to the left. So everything's switched on, breathing in, coming back, and breathing out. Breathing in, coming back to center, reaching up. Breathing in, and breathing out. And breathing in, and breathing out. Let's do 3 more times on each side. And the haring will make you warm. I'm getting quite warm. I'm not sure if you're getting warm as well. Nice for this cooler morning. Building up some heat. And really pressing in your hands. Activating the chest muscles. Chest lifting, shoulders back and down. Imagining the backpacks on our back as we're doing our prayer position. We'll do 1 more on each side. And coming back to center. So those on the floor, let's come onto our hands and knees briefly and round and release. Those on the chair, same thing. Front, rounding and lifting. Play around with your neck. Neck over the scarf, chin coming down, or when we look up, kiss and looking up. So just playing around with that for a little moment. So those on the floor and even on the chair. So those on the floor pausing with the cat-cows, continue on the cat-cows if you're on the chair. Now a modified plank this morning, just to keep activating our core and strengthening. It's a core themed class, so the clip locking's in place. Not losing your contents on the floor, applying equal amount of pressure in the hands. The wrists can feel like they're moving back, but they're not. And applying a little pressure into each ball of your foot to come up for a modified plank. And let's try and hold for 5 breaths here. Now on the chair, rounding and lifting. So continuing with your cat and your cows. So 5 breaths if you're on the floor. And coming down. And again, cow and cat. Cow and cat. Now this time, let's step the legs a little wider. So for those of you on the floor, really wide legs. Cat and cow. Those on the chair, wide legs, cat and cow. Not losing the contents out of your belly. Wider legs. And just experience a little bit of a difference in the sensation in the groin area or in the hip area. We're still doing our breathing outwardly and so noticing the sensations there of your lower back, lifting the chest, rounding the spine, And bringing the legs back into parallel for our next round. So keep cat-cowing if you're on the chair. And ready. Wrists move back, lift the chest. Coming up for 5 breaths. Everything's switched on. We're breathing. Coming back down, widening the legs, and let's explore our cat and our cow. Not losing the contents. So on the chair, wider legs, just experience that different sensation. We're going to do one more little round, and you're going to absolutely love this, I can just tell. So in a moment, those who are joining me on the floor, bring our legs back into hip width apart. Wrists move down, chest lifts up, backpack on. So keep going with the cat-cows if you're on the chair. And coming up, pressure and lowering. We're going to do little pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and come down. And let's take a nice reach up, everybody breathing in, and give yourself a hug. Breathing in, change the cross of your arms. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. One more time on each side.